All right, so we're back and ready to unpack all the excitement from night 2 of the NAACP Image Awards pre-show.
So much to talk about.
Seriously, we've got a whole stack of articles hot off the presses with the winners list, and let me tell you, there are some major highlights we need to dive into.
Oh yeah, some big names, some surprises.
Definitely. I mean, where else would we even start but with Queen Bey herself?
Right. Got to start at the top.
Beyoncé, once again, proving why she's royalty. Snagged both Outstanding Female Artist and Outstanding Album for Renaissance.
I mean, is anyone really surprised?
Honestly, not really, but it's still a huge accomplishment,
Oh, absolutely. To consistently deliver groundbreaking music and have it resonate so deeply with audiences, that's something special.
For sure. Renaissance especially got a ton of praise for how it dives into the history of black dance music.
Yeah, critics and fans alike were blown away by it.
And speaking of being blown away, Beyoncé wasn't the only Carter racking up awards. We gotta talk about Blue Ivy.
Oh, right. Blue Ivy snagged Outstanding Character Voiceover.
For Mufasa, the Lion King no less, like mother, like daughter. Amazing.
Truly. But this win, it's bigger than just one talented kid.
Oh, definitely. It says a lot about where things are headed for young black artists.
Exactly. To see a young black girl win in this category is a huge moment.
Yeah, it's about representation, about possibilities.
For sure. It sends a powerful message to the next generation like, hey, this could be you too. It's inspiring.
Okay, so now for a win that's, well, it's definitely going to spark some debate. Chris Brown, 2 awards.
Yeah. Outstanding Male Artist and Outstanding International Song for Under the Influence.
Right, 2 big wins, but we can't ignore the elephant in the room, can we?
Definitely not. Chris Brown's past actions are a big part of the conversation here.
Absolutely. This win brings up the whole separating the art from the artist debate, which, let's be honest, is something the black community has been grappling with for a long time.
It's a complex issue. And the NAACP itself has a history of, evolving stances on social issues.
Right, they've changed with the times, reflecting what's happening within the community.
And this win for Chris Brown, well, it feels like part of that ongoing evolution.
For sure. It raises a question for all of us. Where do we draw the line? Does talent outweigh past actions?
Yeah, it's a tough one. There are no easy answers. And this decision to honor Chris Brown, it's going to keep people talking for a while, that's for sure.
It's definitely a lot to think about. Okay, so let's shift gears for a minute and celebrate some rising stars. We got to talk about Doechii.
Oh, Doechii, snagged Outstanding New Artist. That's a big deal.
Huge. Her music is, well, if you haven't heard it yet, you're missing out.
It's hard to even describe. She blends like hip-hop and R&B, but then throws in these experimental sounds, some punk energy.
She's totally unique. Critics are calling her a breath of fresh air. And the fact that the NAACP is recognizing her?
It shows they're all about innovation, pushing boundaries. That's exciting for the future of black music.
It is. Okay, and speaking of pushing boundaries, we got to mention Malcolm Washington.
Oh, right, son of Denzel. He won Outstanding Breakthrough Creative for his work on The Piano Lesson.
Talk about talent running in the family.
It's really interesting, though, this idea of legacy. Not just like individual talent, but generation.
Oh, I see what you mean. Like this new generation of black artists, they're connected to the greats who came before, but forging their own paths.
Exactly. Malcolm's win, it's about continuing a story, the evolution of black cinema.
Right. It shows just how deep the talent runs in the industry, past, present, and future. Okay, so we've talked at the big names, but these awards are also about shining a light on stories that might otherwise fly under the radar.
Absolutely. And that brings us to the 688.
The film about the all-black, all-female battalion in World War II. They won Outstanding Ensemble Cast.
And Ebony Obsidian, one of the stars, she got Outstanding Breakthrough Performance.
Such a powerful story, and a lot of people probably don't even know about it.
Right? The film does an incredible job bringing it to life. It's about courage, resilience, and the contributions of black women to history that often get overlooked.
And it feels so timely, don't you think, with all the conversations we're having about representation and telling those untold stories of black history?
Definitely. We're seeing a real push to reclaim narratives that have been ignored or marginalized for too long.
The 688 is a perfect example of that. It's about recognition, but also a reminder that there are still so many stories out there waiting to be told.
Exactly. And the NAACP is clearly committed to sounding a light on those stories.
It's a powerful statement, and it makes you wonder what other hidden gems are out there just waiting to be discovered.
So many stories left to tell.
That's for sure. So many stories, right? And the 688, it just shows how powerful film can be when it comes to bringing those stories to life.
Absolutely. It makes you think about all the other untold narratives out there.
Seriously. But, okay, let's zoom back out for a sec and look at the bigger picture.
Okay, yeah.
Did any other trends or surprises jump out at you from the rest of the winners?
Well, one thing I noticed is how many awards went to projects that, blur the lines between genres.
Oh, interesting. Like what?
Well, we already talked about Doechii, right? She's all over the place in the best way possible.
Right, she's hard to put in a box.
Exactly. And even Beyoncé's Renaissance, it's not just straight up R&B, It pulls from all these different influences.
Yeah, it's like black artists are saying, we're not going to be confined by labels. We're going to create what feels right.
Exactly. And the NAACP is recognizing and celebrating that.
Love that. So are we seeing that kind of genre bending in other categories too?
I think so. I mean, you've got Kendrick Lamar winning Outstanding Song for N95, which is like super powerful and thought-provoking, but also doesn't fit neatly into one category.
True, true. And then on the other end of the spectrum, you've got Tamela Mann winning 2 awards for gospel.
Yeah, which just goes to show the enduring power of gospel within the Black community.
Absolutely. It's a reminder of how diverse black artistry is, constantly evolving.
Oh, for sure. And it's not just music either.
Oh, right. What about those podcast wins?
Yeah, we had Stranded, Native Land Pod, and We Don't Always Agree with Ryan and Sterling all taking home awards.
Podcasts are such a powerful way to connect with people on a deeper level. They can get into topics that other media might shy away from.
Exactly. And these podcasts, they cover everything from personal stories to social justice issues.
It's all about amplifying black voices, sharing perspectives that might not otherwise get heard.
Totally. Okay, but let's not forget about all the talented people behind the scenes, too.
Oh, right, the folks who make the magic happen.
Exactly. Like we said before, Malcolm Washington's win for his work on the piano lesson, that's huge for recognizing the creative vision behind these projects.
And it's not just directors and writers either. There were awards for costume design, hairstyling, makeup.
All those elements that contribute to the overall look and feel of a film or show.
It takes a village, right?
It really does. And in an industry that still struggles with diversity, seeing black creatives win in those behind-the-scenes roles is so important.
It shows that talent and creativity exist at every level, in every aspect of storytelling.
Right. From the music to the costumes to the tiniest details that bring a character to life.
It's inspiring to see that recognized.
It's great to talk about all these wins and trends, but we should acknowledge that no awards show is perfect.
That's true. There are always going to be debates about snubs and who deserved more recognition.
Yeah, those conversations are important too. Awards are subjective, but they give us a chance to talk about what we value, what stories resonate with us.
What we want to see more of.
Exactly. It's about sparking a dialogue, recognizing that there's always room for growth in the industry.
And the NAACP Image Awards, they've always been about more than just trophies.
Oh, absolutely. It's about celebrating the legacy of black artistry, the struggles and triumphs.
And inspiring future generations to keep pushing boundaries.
Representation matters. Seeing yourself reflected in the arts can have a huge impact on how you see yourself and your place in the world.
Especially for young black people, these awards are a powerful affirmation.
They say your stories matter. Your voices deserve to be heard.
Exactly. So we've talked a lot about the past and the present. What about the future? What do you see on the horizon for black representation in the arts?
I'm honestly so excited about what the future holds. I think we're going to see even more groundbreaking work, more diverse voices, and more stories that challenge and inspire us.
It's exciting, right? All this incredible talent, and it feels like we're just getting started.
I know. There's so much potential.
And, as we wrap up this deep dive into the Image Awards, one thing that keeps sticking with me is this idea of legacy.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
We talked about it with Beyoncé and Blue Ivy, with Malcolm Washington and his dad, even with films like The 688 and how they're bringing those hidden stories to light.
It's like a thread connecting all these different wins, right? The past, the present, the future.
Exactly. It shows how black artistry is constantly evolving, building on what came before.
And this year's winners, they really highlight that evolution.
Right. We've got icons like Beyoncé and Kendrick Lamar, but also these rising stars like Doechii and Ebony Obsidian.
It's a beautiful mix of established talent and fresh perspectives.
And it's not just limited to music and film. We saw wins for podcasts, for people working behind the scenes. It's everywhere.
Yeah, black creativity is everywhere.
And the Image Awards, they're doing such an important job by showcasing all of that talent.
It's about amplifying black voices, making sure those stories get heard.
Couldn't have said it better myself. These awards aren't just about trophies, They're about celebrating the heart and soul of the black community.
The resilience, the creativity, the power.
And they're a reminder that representation matters, Seeing yourself reflected in the arts can have a real impact.
Especially for young people, it's so important to see people who look like you achieving great things.
Absolutely. So as we wrap things up, I just want to encourage everyone to keep exploring the world of black art.
Yes. Seek out new voices, engage with different perspectives.
Support the artists who are pushing boundaries, shaping the future.
Because the more we engage with black artistry, the richer our lives become.
We learn, we grow, we connect with something bigger than ourselves.
And that's what it's all about, right?
Exactly. So thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the NAACP Image Awards. Keep those conversations going, and most importantly, keep celebrating the power of Black creativity.